All right, so I'm trying new software today, and it's the same software that Miss Bonner uses, but it shows my face in the corner, which looks kind of weird, and I have to remember not to look at that and actually try to look at the screen so that I'm not looking down the whole time. So you guys can tell me how I did. It's kind of interesting. You are taking notes today on simple and compound sentences. You set up the foldable in class today. The foldable should look like this. You've got sentences. I don't know how many, we use 2 sheets of paper to do it. Then it's got simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences on it. So you should be ready to go. Now we've covered simple sentences enough, so on the simple sentence page, this is all I want you to write. One independent clause, parentheses, subject and a predicate, plus a complete thought equals a simple sentence. That's it. If you need to pause, pause. If not, write it quick, and then you can move that flap. All right. So now I decided to do a brain break, even though we've barely gotten started. And this says, how smart are you? Do the following activity to see the answers on the next slide. So you read the sentence and you count the number of F's, but you can only count them once. Don't cheat. Do not cheat. And see how many you get. Pause it and do it now. All right, so the answer is there are 6 of the F's in the sentences. And suppose I found this online. One of the average intelligence finds 3 of them. If you spotted 4, you're above average. If you got 5, you can turn your nose up at most anybody. And if you got all 6, you are a genius. Not really, but you can think you are. That's always a good thing to do. All right, moving right along. We're going to go back to compound sentences. Time to take some notes. So flip your foldable open to the compound sentence section. All right. The first thing you need to write as a bullet point is it is 2 or more independent clauses. So put a bullet point and just put 2 or more independent clauses. Then you need to write that it is joined by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Joined by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Underneath that bullet point, I do want you to write the coordinating conjunctions out. Fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. All right, did you do that? Okay. There's one other way that you can join compound sentences, and that is by a semicolon. Never a comma without the coordinating conjunction, because then it's the dreaded comma splice, which we will talk about a different day. All right, so you need to have a bullet point and that they can also be joined by a semicolon. It's weird. I'm like staring at the screen light, pretending I'm talking to y'all. Okay, here's some examples. You don't have to put the examples down. Many people love Justin Timberlake's music. Now notice the comma and the coordinating conjunction, but other people prefer his dance moves. Some like me like both. Or you could put many people love Justin Timberlake's music, semicolon. Other people prefer his dance moves. So there you go. Okay. You can remember the coordinating conjunctions by the acronym FANBOYS. You don't have to write this down because you already should have written it down. If you have not written it down, please do so. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And yes, you do have to memorize those. You're going to have to know them for the quiz on Friday. So start memorizing. All right. Common FANBOYS. I was born in January. I wish I had been born in the summer. I could have written I was born in January, comma, but I wish I'd been born in the summer. All right, so now you're going to try it. So these you are actually going to have to write in your foldable on the bottom flap. You should have written all the other stuff on the top flap. If you wrote it on the bottom flap, then you can do the examples on the top flap. I'm good either way. But I want you to try to combine these sentences. And you're going to combine them using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. You may not use a semicolon. Pause this tape and write these 4 sentences as a combined compound sentence in your notes. Pause it. No, really, pause it. Okay. These are some, I'm sorry, Justin's distracting me. These are some possible answers. For the first one, many people think that pizza is delicious, yet others think it is nasty. You could have also used but. I liked yet. Number 2, you should study for the test, for it is possible that you will fail. Or you could have wrote, for it is possible that you will get an A, which would hopefully be the case. Justin Bieber used to be a teenage idol, but now many people laugh at him. He's actually gotten some good songs coming back. I don't know, maybe he'll make a huge comeback. And Taylor Swift is popular among teenagers, and adults like to listen to her as well. I like her quite a bit. So you should have all 4 of these sentences in your notes. If you don't, please pause and get them written in there so when I check them tomorrow, I don't have to yell at you. All right. Now, if you look, Sam, Peyton, and Zach are very glad that you took great notes and that you are finished with tonight's homework. So there they are. You can wave to them. You'll see them at school tomorrow. And these are what your notes should look like. Oh, except for my face is in one of your notes. Huh. Well, that's kind of annoying. Those are just your examples. Figure it out. And then the other side is the notes that you're supposed to take. Tomorrow in class, we'll be taking notes on complex sentences, and it'll be oh so much fun. So I'll see you tomorrow.